Have you ever heard of Coffee Stain Studios? I first saw one of their video games when I was but a wee lad, like 8 or 9 or something, and I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, Newborg, who was a very famous Norwegian YouTuber and is now chief officer in an esports team called Guild. How do you say that? I found this out while looking at his new stuff and just found this out, which is pretty cool. He played a game called A Story About My Uncle, which is a platform adventure game, and that is when I first heard of them. I didn't even know it. That's kind of crazy. Now, I did not know until I checked that A Story About My Uncle is actually one of their games. Until I did some research for this video, which is kind of cool. But you might have heard some of their most famous games, or more famous ones, like Goat Simulator. That was big for a while, especially now that the third one came out like a few months ago, I think. Also Valheim and Satisfactory. Now, I have played Satisfactory for quite a while. It is the game I have probably played most in my life, except for Minecraft, if you count Pocket Edition. And I played Minecraft like it was my god. Satisfactory is what I imagine crack cocaine must feel like. The feeling you get when you finish a factory might as well be crack for how addictive it is. The premise of the game is relatively simple. Build the factory as efficient as possible. The premise of the game is relatively simple. Build a factory as efficient as possible. You start small, but eventually you have to do more complex stuff until you suddenly have a thing that needs 4 things, and all of those things need one thing that all started from different fucking places, and then you have to somehow have the brain power to connect them, and then somehow get the ratio right, because yes, if you don't get the ratio right, it will haunt you. Or do you really need to get the ratio right? Does it need to be efficient? Hell no. You can have one miner pumping in 0.1 ore per minute. Put that in a smelter turning 90 ingots. What the fuck is an ingot? You put that in a smelter turning it into 90 ingots per minute, and then a crafter making 2 iron plates a minute, and then that's the game for you. Fucking 10 hours. You don't really need to try, because you can just leave your PC on, and while you're drastically increasing your electricity bill, because goddamn, this thing makes my PC into a Boeing 77. Eventually you'll have enough iron plates to cover the entire fucking map. Now, I don't play like this. I used to play less good than I do now, and I would show you if my stupid 13-year-old self didn't delete my first save because he thought it was taking too much space. Still to this day, I regret the choices made there. However, I can show you my 14-year-old self and how he played the game. Believe me, there is a big change from 13 to 14-year-old me. And boom, here it is. It's an absolute mess of a base with belts hanging all over the place and pipes just doing whatever they're doing, and this massive box filled with my brain farts of a base. It is barely functioning. I don't have my stuff because of this bastard right here. The power is all over the place, or well, it used to be. And holy shit, I love it. It's kind of like a time capsule in a way, where you kind of like see where I was thinking. And even till this day, I remember what I was thinking when I was making it. Believe me, I tried to be more orderly than this. Emphasis on tried. But you know, it's fun to revisit stuff like this. Almost 200 hours. Kind of crazy for me, because the other games I've played most besides this one is Rogue Legacy 2, which I have spent 191 hours on, which is 7 hours less than this one save. As you can see, things are a little better 3 to 4 years later. It's a little more organized. I started building on a bigger scale, and there is quite an improvement. The only problem was everything took forever to complete because of how stupidly big I decided to make everything. Why did I do this? I didn't even come halfway. I should have just unlocked everything and then started doing it, because then I would have had everything. Why did I do this? Anyway, besides, this base is very clean and I like it a lot. I had just started on illuminating processing, but didn't really get too far because I kind of got bored of the game, which happens a lot for me. But now a new save. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything that is in between, let me show you my new save file titled Cookietopia. Drumroll please. Boom! This is my new save file, and so far it's going great. I've only played about 40 hours at the time of writing this, but I expect that number to grow by a lot. Maybe in 1,000 hours. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, by the time I'm writing this, I finished something that I don't remember currently, but if I figure it out, I'll put it on the screen now, and should now be well on my way on starting the new project, assemble it, and if that stuff has started, then show it. This game is awesome, and I highly recommend it, especially if you play any of these games. It also just recently exited early access and is now available for full release. This is not sponsored, obviously, because I haven't even posted this. I haven't even posted anything by the time I'm reading this. I've been trying to work on my YouTube channel for almost 11 months. I haven't published anything. This is so sad. The first script was in March. It's November. What am I doing? I'm not talking about stuff, and I'll probably keep doing it. Anyway, please play the game. It is really satisfactory.